And we are live. It is the 18th of the 10th, 2025. We are less than 30 minutes away from a cheeky sprint race. It is, of course, round 19, US Grand Prix at COTA. And I and you are here for it. Potentially. Let me not get too enthusiastic. Do you know what I mean? Because it's a long running down to turn one. Isn't it wide? It's going to be than techie things between the one that they call Maximilian Verstappen and the papaya-coloured gang. What is going on with these papaya-coloured... you know what? I don't want to even group... I can't group Oscar in to the Lando Norris. I don't know. As brilliant as Lando is, he's going to come in for a lot of flack if yet again he somehow sees his defeat from the jaws of victory. Let's go, Joe. Hello. Supermax, ready and go. It's going to get techie. Let's F1 kids have got Mark Boots. You're a legend out here gifting membership. Let me say this up front. This is important. This community drives and survives by dint of you guys showing up. Yeah, my name's above the door, whatever. Yeah, I click go live each and every single day, twice a day, 3 times sometimes. But that fades to black. That's lost in the roundings. Nobody cares about that. This is a community, a fan channel, and the conversation drives and survives by dint of you guys, under the aegis of you guys fact checking me and holding my very noddy feet to the very bright hot F1 flame. Scorcher settings, Joe. It's gonna get taken. Let's go. Mrs. Sir John Perry says hi. You're on the road, Sir John. You're a legend, mate. I appreciate you. And shout out to the missus, of course. Willie F1, stop with the techie. I cannot, Sarah. I cannot. No, I will not. Mate, it's only the sprint race. Let's get techie. Oh, the humanity. Go on then. 3:30 in the morning, Bretrick. Oh, the humanity. D12, yeah. D12 weren't a bad band back in the day. Just looking at the bloody onboard of McLaren, for the avoidance of doubt, the guys are coming to the track, coming on the formation lap with soft compound red label tyres. Oh, the humanity. But this race is 19 laps, is it not? Are they going to last that long then? That's the question. 3/10 is how much they are worth on the medium compound tyre over the course of one lap. But the conversation that we're having is under the aegis of tyre deg, the rate at which that will happen. It's hotter today, lest we forget. And that means a couple of different things. That potentially McLaren will have the whip hand because they have the double brake duct aerodynamic efficiency settings. Your ambient temperature and track respectively 29.5 degrees Celsius and 42.8 degrees Celsius. Your wind direction coming in from the southeast, 12.6 kilometers per hour. It's going to get to, I swear, this is going to be all over the show. That wind changes going into turn one. Oh, the humanity. It's going to be chaos. But Maximilian Verstappen, for some say soon to be 5-time champion, starts from pole. But the tyre deg is a myth. Do you think so? I don't think so, Brett. Maybe in the sprint, but in the race proper, for which we will get ourselves some qualifying later on today, I will be live 30 minutes before lights out each and every single time. T-minus 24 minutes until we go. I'm not ready either too much. I'm not ready. I think it's going to be chaos. I've been going back and forth. Mark Hughes penned a decent article on the race and he said a couple of different things about Lando. He speculates that potentially Lando Norris repercussions to which he keeps speaking, potentially might be that Oscar Piastri can choose when he goes out in qualifying, because of course the story yesterday was told in track evolution terms. Ergo, the later that you go out for your final lap, the quicker that the track will be, the cooler, the more rubbered in it will be. Now, there wasn't much, was there, between Max and Lando in first and second, 7/100ths. Some say. Mark Hughes speculates that might be the difference between when Lando went out and when Oscar went out. There's seconds, 20 to 30 seconds. But still, this is a story told in tense, and the differences are always going to be marginal. Tyres are lasting way longer. Agreed, Bretrick. You are right. Easy as our control. Easy G. I'm rooting for you, boy, Easy G. I am rooting for him. Because, I mean, how can you not? You need Lando Norris to keep, at the very least, finish it. I mean, do I want Lando to finish in front of Maximilian Verstappen? It would be disingenuous of me, false of me to say something so blasphemous. But do I want him to keep OJP honest? 100%. Who do I want to win the championship? Well, I mean, Max would be a good pick. But of the two McLaren drivers, Oscar every single day of the week. Did you see Oscar rock up to the track in the t-shirt? And then he saw what Lando Norris rocked up. It'd be disingenuous of me for me to slander Lewis Hamilton all these years at the altar of bloody being a fashionista and rocking up to the Met Gala, etc. And then see Lando Norris in his heavy denim jeans. It was like, it's not me. It's not me. I understand. It's the drive to survive. I get it. The Netflixization of Formula One. I understand it, but it's not. It isn't for me, chat. I'm going to be honest. What's going on, Ray? I hope you're good. Max won't break his line. The McLarens are going to be tiptoeing around each other. Are they, though, Easy G? I was having this conversation with friend of the channel, Peter D. Windsor. If I were Oscar Piastri leading the championship by 22 points, what am I tiptoeing around for? I've got championship leader privilege and therefore advantage. Why would Oscar Piastri? Oscar can do whatever he wants. Lando in GQ magazine. Is he, Frank? Bloody Nora. I mean, he's a commercial entity, is that Lando Norris. Do you know what I mean? A behemoth created in the ilk of Sir Lewis Hamilton, PLC. If the McLarens are on soft tyre, they will burn Max at the start. No, I think everybody's on the soft tyre at the start. But it will be a question of how long Max's can hold on for. I want repercussions. Oscar Piastri settings. Let's go, says Sir John. Be a villain. Break. break Easy G's heart. And Lando's there for what's going on, Kira. I hope you're good. What did Lando and his girlfriend swap out? Oh my gosh. Error known. Wait for Drive to Survive to leave. No, they're not touching it, Mark Beats, I don't think. I don't think they're going to touch it. Or maybe they do touch it. It's an interesting thing, Mark Boots. Not in the interim. Not in the short term, anyway. And again, Mark Boots is called for referring to the fact that Apple announced yesterday that they've agreed a $750 million US deal over the course of 5 years. $150 million US per year, therefore. Exclusive F1 TV rights. But what does that mean for the fans, eh? Who've been benefiting from a very discounted F1 TV for the longest time. Well, we'll have to speculate. This is so much better. J Amsterdam, we're trying out here. I mean, it's a commitment. For too long, Sky Sports have said, you know what, let me take your money and you guys stay over there. I don't want to hear your opinions. Do you know what I mean? Send me in a tweet and you might get a question. And this is a conversation. It has to be. It simply has to be. We are T-minus 20 minutes away from a cheeky sprint race. 19 laps of $750 million US, 100%. Dr. Fistus. And welcome, by the way, Dr. Fistus, the latest and greatest member of the Elated Peddler Gang. Get yourself over to the community tab. And get yourself in the Discord if you are that way inclined. If you like yourself the conversation, then you can always become an Elated Peddler. Support the channel, for which I am. Cameron, will it impact Sky Sports? No, not in the UK, Lindsay. This is an exclusive TV rights only in the United States, although maybe some point in the future. I need to buy Sky Germany and I just want F1, the man who can. Just use a VPN. True, Frank. That's true. Apple will buy Drive to Survive rights, maybe at the same time, but not before unless Netflix. I like the Speed channel. I know friend of the channel, Peter D. Windsor, was the main event on Speed back in the day. VPN blocked. Oh yeah, I think they have blocked VPNs, haven't they? I can't see a world where Max doesn't win this. Go on, let's talk about this. I can't see a world where, but the running down to turn 1, eh? Oh, I don't know. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at some odds. I would normally check these ahead of time, but I don't know. Would you back against Max, really? Would you be so brave to back against Max Verstappen over the course of 19 laps, even if the running down to turn 1 is material? 85% of you got Max Verstappen, for some say soon to be 5-time champ. And the stats as well. So, John, you're an absolute legend. I appreciate you, sir. Ad infinitum. Words do the extent of this service. Oscar turn 1 P2. Oof, says Umach. Oof. Go on, let me read you out some things, because this dude, sprint races, you've seen the stats already. I just, I don't know. The feeling around Max at this point is ominous, especially now that the McLaren bods are starting to fight amongst each other. Do me a favour, by the way, chat. If you could like the stream, then like the stream. If you like the stream, then like the stream. Your boy's all over the shop this morning. It's chaos. This morning, this afternoon, case in point. Cameron, what are we talking about? The time is 18 minutes to 6. We are T-minus 18 minutes away, therefore, from a cheeky sprint race. But the timing of this race has messed me up completely. It just is. I am an entitled, privileged, British, biased F1 content creator come viewer. I am. Going to bet on Verstappen, Hulk, Piastri. I wouldn't do such a thing, mate. I don't know. Not in that order. If you're a betting degenerate already, Dr. Fistus, then crack on, chat. But I don't know, mate. I don't know. It's tough. I know that the bookmakers will have Max Verstappen as a heavy favourite to get this done. Sprint. Oh my gosh, they've got him as an odds-on favourite here. Oof. John, the unknown brother behind Journey. Go on then. Just looking at the rundown to. Oh, Max Verstappen, looking back last year, Max Verstappen's opportunistic move up the inside. If he hooks it up, I mean, it's all down to the start. You can pass Max indeed. And the reason why you can pass because it's wide around there. It's not like, do you know what I mean? The margin for error is greater than, I don't know, another street track like, or a street track even like Baku or Monaco. It's particularly going into turn one. Big runoff area, massively wide at the apex. Howdy from the USA, Cameron. TG, you're a legend. I appreciate you, mate. Lawson went P19. So go on then. This is important. Let's talk about some Max Verstappen odds. Got Max Verstappen as a big favourite now. The odds makers are clued up to it, aren't they? No more 18 to 1 plus 1800 for Max Verstappen for winning races, eh? Not anymore. Right, it's 22, 32. So Max, they give, if you run this simulation of a sprint race 100 times under the current circumstances, the bookmakers say that Max will nail it 59.3% of the time. That Lando, you'll get yourself a cheeky 28% of the time. Second favourite, the Oscar. What is going on with Oscar? 13% of the time. What is going on with Oscar Piastri? Can we have that conversation? A big boy grown up. What? I just don't understand. Why is Oscar Piastri all of a sudden? Some say, I've heard over the past 24, 48 hours, that Oscar Piastri, in his maiden voyage as far as trying to win a driver's championship, is being affected now by pressure. That there's no other explanation. You've seen the stats that he was bloody poling it and winning victories in the first 8 races of the season. And then the most recent 9 since, it's like 2 pole and 1 win or something. The drop-off is loud and noticeable as far as Oscar's performance. And I want to back him. I do want to back him. Yeah, don't do it, Frank. The odds aren't very good anymore. Lest we forget that at Suzuka, for the pole, you could have got Max Verstappen at 18 to 1. Bet £1 and you will get 19 back. That's chaos. Those were the times when you wanted to take Maximilian Verstappen, when they were under. Always bet the line. This is not financial advice, by the way, but bet the line, not the event. I wanted to say thank you, Sir John. Yeah, Poke. Get onto the community tab and join the Discord. I'm telling you, internal pressure rubbish. Something's happened to Oscar is the truth. What's the truth? 3/10 adrift of Lando yesterday. What? 3/10. We are T-minus 14 till we get ourselves a cheeky formation lap. Sprint race, 19 laps, and it's going to get techie. I think he's feeling it, Lando. How could you not argue? You'd be worried if Oscar weren't feeling it and all of a sudden his pace just disappeared, right? Lando, MasterCard, stay on target, green and gold leader, let's go. I'm nervous. Did you hear, by the way? Let me go. I'm about to go scorched earth. I have to. Listen, I don't like inconsistency. I don't like the FIA's inconsistency. But you know who's been more inconsistent than even the FIA? Danica Patrick. I remember Danica Patrick went on a Sky Sports podcast once upon a time and was asked, who do you think the next female driver could be, by the legend that is Matt Baker. Can't even remember the guy's name, but I remember the instant or cheeky chat with Max Verstappen. Max says always difficult to say. I'm going to go scorched earth on Danica. I've had enough. Joe, I've had enough. I've got to do it. Just listening to Max saying it needed to get his references right. You saw the picture yesterday of Max Verstappen consulting the telemetry. Got his printouts going. Don't hate it. Oscar will surprise everybody and win this bloody no. That's a bold prediction, Miami. Especially when you consider the bookmakers are disrespecting him so much. I got to stop texting and driving. Lady getting us. So John, don't text and drive, chap. You can't text and drive. That's not a laughing matter, sir. You got to no, Sir John. We'll catch up later, mate. Concentrate. Listen to the missus, and we'll concentrate. We'll concentrate on the old drive. Go on then, Joe. I will indulge you in this scorched earthing. I forgot Danica existed. Damn it. Go on then, Max. Once upon a time on a Sky Sports broadcast, Danica was asked who would be the next woman driver. Her response was curt, abrupt, short and pointed. She said, "You assume in asking that question that I even care." What? What sort of answer is that, Danica? I'll never forget it. Even if you didn't care, surely you are on a podcast. Just answer the bloody question, Danica. Why are you bloody grandstanding? Just because it's not Brundle or Jensen Button doesn't mean that you can't give the podcast host some respect. She was asked the same question just now on this broadcast, and she wants to do the DEI thing. And we want to get. Yeah, that's the exam answer that you gave it now. I don't hate. Why did you not give it then? More consistently inconsistent than the FIA. I disagree with the whole Danica Patrick aspect. I can't. I want to love her, but I just can't. I disagree vehemently on the bloody podcast. Oh, well, you assume in even asking me that question about getting women on the grid that I'm invested and even care. Well, what sort of answer is that? I'll never forget that answer. There was no need to be so bloody rude and cheeky, Danica. And now you're in front of like Jensen and Martin and Simon. Now you want to answer the question properly. Bloody no, I don't want to get political over here, but that's unacceptable. Surely, my folks always taught me that respect and manners are free. They cost nothing. But you know what? I digress. We are T-minus 10 minutes away from a cheeky sprint race. And you are here for it. Man, not even Danica. Reptilian shapeshifters is all that I will say. You know, nobody ever knew about that podcast on our channel until I tweeted it out. I think I might need to tweet that out routinely. Do you know what I mean? I just disagree. I disagree with all things Danica, but I just think she's rude and disrespectful. Or at least then she was rude and disrespectful. Next topic. Okay, Joe. Okay, I'll take that. Pick me final boss, Danica. Bernie Collins clears Danica. Bernie every single day of the week. But I understand why they have Danica on the show. I'm not going to be stupid. No, I understand. I understand why she got a lot of privilege when she was IndyCar to NASCAR switching, because of course people will go on Helmut Marko, have a word with Ted, because old grey bearded F1 vets will tune in if Danica's there. Why I couldn't possibly say. Maybe it's something to do with her personality. Come on, Karen, it was hardly an inspired question. She gets it all the time. Yeah, but Cloxy, why did she answer it one way? Listen, you understand who people are by the respect that they give people when things aren't at stake. Like the Clarkson or whatever, the Baker with the glasses, the bloody Sky Sports producer, the guy who was hosting it. Yeah, he doesn't matter. But Brundle and Chet Jensen and Simon do. So answer the question with respect in the second instance. Sans respect in the first. I think that's disrespect. I just don't like that. I still think Jamie Chadwick does excellent work. Ruth, I'm pushing forth Ruth. My ex goes in the Ruth Buscombe ballot box every single time. Cambridge grad, super intelligent. Got a bit about her. Not that there only needs to be one. Do you know what I mean? Shout out to Naomi. Shout out to Natalie. Where's Natalie? I haven't seen Natalie Pinkham for about 10 years. Don't get me between Danica. Honestly, she has a great agent. She probably got told not to be political. Yeah, but Michael, she was being political just now. She's on a bloody podcast that nobody watched back in the day, and she wanted to get sassy talking about, oh, you presume by asking me that question that I would even care about the next woman in F1. As a female broadcaster, are you having a laugh? Is that the level of insensitive and lack of self-awareness that we're going? What are we talking? Nah, Joe, I'm not having it. No, Joe, we're going to have to agree to disagree. I'm not, Joe, what I'm saying here, I don't disagree with the substance of the question. This is about the hows and the whys more than the whats. Whatever she wants to say is what she wants to say, right? But to answer that way to Baker back in the day, and this way I think it's disrespectful. But I digress. 500 of you in the chat concurrently. Do me a favour. If you like the stream, then like the stream. T-minus 7 minutes until we get ourselves a cheeky sprint race formation. Are you guys seeing the Lando Norris? Are you seeing this? The Lando Norris commercial push. Lando taking golf swings on the adverts. I'd never seen anything like this with Oscar. There is commercial value in a Lando Norris win as far as Zach Brown and the other McLaren C-suite level execs are concerned. Look at this McLaren Air Wallix advert. Yeah, of course. Do you see what they're doing? They don't push Oscar into those adverts. Swinging golf clubs. She should count doors versus tyres as long as she should. Kidding me. Giovanni the legend. Cameron, my parents always told me, be kind to those around you on your way up, as you may meet them on the way down. Let's go, manners cost enough. Giovanni, you took the words out of my mouth. Sir, infinitely more eloquent than I could ever dream of being. That's it. And pull the ladder up behind you. Yeah, copy, Danica. Copy. Although interesting about Danica that she can go and talk about all these reptilian shapeshifters and nothing, no harm, no foul. Damon says one thing about Max. Well, not one thing. Dick Dastardly and sport doesn't build character, reveals it. All this stuff, and get rid of Damon without hesitation. But meanwhile, Danica's still out here with podcasts still on YouTube talking about, speculating about reptilian shapeshifters, and nothing to see here. Yeah, copy Sky Sports F1. Capitalism, Frank, you understand it. Capitalism and thumbnails with good-looking women in there get lots of clicks somehow. I wonder why that might be. Max, Frank. Too much talk about Danica, Sarah. Just broaching it, Sarah. You'll forgive me. Sometimes we go, we tangent over here. Sometimes I just heard her speak. I was like, what? Just heard her talking about it. I was like, no, we've got to broach that. Yeah, spot on. Giovanni said it very well. Don't pull the ladder up behind you, Danica, or anybody else that's benefited from privilege. Cam, do you know Nico has a chance? Has any chance? Is there some beef between? Potentially, so we need Fleetwood in it. I don't think the car is fast enough over the course of 19 laps. Nico pulled a god tier lap out of his AWS yesterday, but it will get techie for him in longer form. I think that Sauber, soon to be Audi, will fade to black. No Cameron OnlyFans yet. Dr. Fistus, I could not. OF. You decided it should be 19 laps. Need a word with them. You want more, Easy G, or less? 5 minutes to go, T-5. Cheeky build up. Sky Sports F1 have been doing decent bits with the old VTs, haven't they? Cameron CC in 8th gear. Has to be done. Has to be done. I would Steve tapas our range of refreshments if we were all in Cameron CC watch party. Can you spell Max Verstappen? Go on then. T-4 minutes until we get ourselves a cheeky. Listen, I thought that the bloody run-in was longer than it is, but it's not, is it? The run-up, the start-finish straight is long, but the positioning of the start-finish line is such that the run into turn 1 isn't that long. I'd forgotten. It was a dumb question she asked us. Honestly, says Amy, why would she care? Yeah, but Amy, the problem is, she was asked to say, Amy, let me make this point clear. I don't want to labour the Danica Patrick point. It's 2025. Why would she care? Whatever. She said that in the first instance. Brundle and Simon just asked her the same question, and she was giving it the big exam answer this time. Yeah, there needs to be more women. We need to open up the doors, the barriers to entry. So which one is it then, Amy? You want to be disrespectful because it was a no-name podcast host in the first instance, and then you want to give the exam answer in the second instance when it's Brundle and Simon. The inconsistency is my point here, Amy, not the substance, not the whats of the answer, but the hows and the whys. Cam, your multi-view must be changed to race mode. That's a good shout, actually. Good shout. Out here talking about bloody Danica and her flipping dodgy. It is changed. It is changed. You guys can see now. You should be able to see. Top right, bottom left, cheeky multi-viewer. Yeah, no, we're there. We're there. It is sprint. False alarm. Rejoining my first live stream. Dr. Fistus, I'm glad that you're enjoying it. Amy's got me distracted and I've missed the track context, haven't I? Muggles Cameron, 32 metres elevation up here, and it's all start finish straight. It will be 19 laps. Your tyre compounds will be C1. C2 gets missed again as we try and inject into Formula One and the United States Grand Prix circumstance. C3, C4. Word on the F1 curb is that most of these Muggles will be starting on C4s. The softest compound tyre of the allocation. Why? Because the start will be important. Get your nose ahead and it'll be difficult for anybody to pass or overtake you. Much it looks long because it's really, I was deceived very much. Amy, I'd love to go into it more with you, but I think we're T-minus 2 minutes away from a race. You know what I mean? Be consistent is all. It can't be X one time depending on who's asking you the question, and then Z another time. Be consistent with your bloody... Just because... You know what? I'm not even going to do it, Amy. I can't. Cheeky sprint race. Let's go. All C3. All yellow. Going to get... Oh, yeah. There we go. All C3 indeed. I thought they were making their way down on softs. What's gone on here? But they must have all concluded that softs aren't going to last themselves 19 laps. This might need to be updated here. Yes, mediums, I know, because the median 11th 10 makes the salient point that mediums are good for mats because the Red Bull tends to interact very well with them. F1 the like button says C. Let's go. Do me a favour, like the stream. If indeed you like the stream, I'm getting nervous now. Palms are sweaty, mum spaghetti. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. Do not miss your chance to blow. Come on, Maximilian Verstappen, starting from pole. Get your elbows out, dial in the requisite. But go on then. Here's the question. Here is the question. Can Lando fend off Oscar Piastri going into turn one? As slow as Oscar's been all race weekend, methinks that Lando Norris has the potential to sink like a stone because he always takes some time, some laps to play his way into the high performance crease, doesn't he? He never gets out. He never just goes out the gate as if he's already warmed up. And I don't think Lando's got it in him, you know. Again, he's past his prime. Maybe he does. Maybe my crystal ball is as murky as the next person. Saucer of the cheeky reconnaissance laps. Mark Boots. Sir Mark Boots, you make the salient point there. I missed it. Can you imagine OJP and Lando come together? I think OJP will be on... He'll be on the hunt. If Lando gives it... I don't think Max needs to be too concerned. Max will go super defensive on the inside. What Lando does shortly thereafter is that's what's important. Whether Lando can dial in the appropriate... Lando will need... What's going on here? OJP's already gone past Lando. What? What's going on here? Verstappen is in top form, smells the win. And by win, I'm sure you're not just talking about the sprint race. Papaya shake-up turn one. Everybody's been talking about it for the longest time, right? It feels like we're due slightly. Chiva legend. Finally, I've been able to catch a rate. Let's go, Chiva. Makes me happy to see that name. I haven't seen you in a long time. I hope you are doing well. The kettle is warming up, laddies. Yes, grid girls need it. Grid girls, we can have that conversation another time. It's far too close to the Danica Patrick diatribe. By the way, there are currently 600 of you in the chat. Can currently do me a favour, if you like the stream, then like the stream. We are a couple of minutes away from the conclusion of a formation lap. Round 19, US Grand Prix sprint race. Cameron is Sir Max a lot. How very dare I celebrate Maximilian Verstappen's genius and sporting endeavour par excellence. Well, the original clan members like Easy, Lazy, Visual, Turtle, and Dash. I think Surf Sauce 100%. I think for the race and qualifying tomorrow, I mean, it's a sprint race, isn't it? We celebrate it, but do you play Marvel Rival? I do not. No nonsense, I do not. Loved what Alonso said in his post-race sprint qualifying about Ferraris and Williams behind him. Hopefully Ferrari can be better race, but I mean, bloody no. Ferrari have themselves a ride height problem. Is that the SF25 or is that the Mercedes W30? Because I can't tell the difference. They suffer from the same mercurial nature. Need to run it low, but can't run it low. Excessive plank wear now. Was porpoising back in the day. Cameron CC's Peter commenting soon here. Monday, hopefully I'll be able to reconvene with the legend that is the goatiest of all F1 goats to have ever goated. The one that they call Peter D Wins, a friend of the channel. Hopefully we'll be able to sort that. Names are effed up. Are they? Joe, are you talking about YouTube? Are you talking about the drivers? Go on then. Max Verstappen assumes his grid box. The final cheeky burnout from Max. I'm nervous. Oh my gosh. I'm kind of excited as well. Dr. Fistus. It's just hit me. See Max pull up to his grid box position. Almost starts Sarah. I am nervous. I am a little bit behind for the avoidance of doubt on my vision and audio. Just on board with a Nico Hulkenberg. I mean, it would have been. You guys are. Okay. All right. We are going a minute. Oh my gosh. I'm nervous. 700 of you in here. And I'm grateful to each and every single one of you. But I've got palms sweating once forget it. Do not miss your chance to blow this opportunity. Come on, Max. Just seeing the final dregs pull up to their grid box. We can sync on the reds if indeed you want to do it. But I'm a little bit behind. Just getting the final vista. 40-meter climb. Why not restart it, Cameron? Said, no, I'm always a bit. Sky Sports go. Della, it happens. Okay. Nervous. Okay. 1 red light. 2 red lights. 3 reds. 4 reds. We are 5 reds. And we are go. That's a good start from Max. Let's go. Lando's been nailed already. Nothing doing, Lando. Oscar Piastri round the outside. Lando's super late. Oh my God. It's happened. It's happened. Oscar gets nailed in the back and nails in turn Lando Norris. There are wheels all over the track. Maximilian Verstappen is clear, but it's been chaos. Oh my gosh. Lando's done. Lando nailed Oscar, but Oscar was playing for the switchback, wasn't he? But that's ultimately led to the guys going. I don't think it might have worked out well for him, though, to be fair. Go on, where are we? Biggest losers, the McLaren Donnies. Oh my gosh. Oscar Piastri down to 15th. Lando Norris down to 20. What is going on, chat? Oh my gosh, it's happened. It's happened. In the words of Jim, yeah, the racing gods weren't ever going to be too kind on McLaren, were they? Stop putting your thumb incessantly on the weighing scales of competition. Now the McLarens are out here. It's got so techie. I don't know who you can blame for that. Because Oscar gets tagged from behind, but Oscar's been too ambitious trying to set up a switchback. I mean, it was a brilliant move and he would have nailed Lando on the ensuing turns by dint of the switchback. But in doing the switchback, when you've got, look at Lando coming out the car. Oh my gosh, it's happened, chat. It's happened. Lando Norris, but it wasn't his fault there. It wasn't his fault. Can you say Suzuka 1989? It's a shame that they didn't pull up next to each other. Oh my gosh, chat, it's happened. Flipping Nora. 4 soon to be 5 times. It's only 8 points though, chat. Let's chill out. 63 therefore becomes 55. But it's the beef that happens after this, isn't it? It's the PR nightmare. How does Zach diffuse for this one? Yeah, you got to shake your heads now, chat. But to be fair, when you watch it back, I think Oscar Piastri, you can't but look at Andrea Stella and Zach Brown both fuming. Oh, the humanity. You're going to have to pick favourites now because of Fire Breathing Dragon in Maximilian. And we're seeing it all race weekend long. They keep talking about, oh, Max is a Fire Breathing Dragon. Oh, let's have a look at the... So what I can tell you before the replay even happens, the reason why the accident kicks off is because Oscar sees that Lando's going to go down at the inside and Oscar brakes heavy. Yeah, Oscar brakes heavy and then collects. Oscar's going for the switchback, right? But in braking so early, you're always going to collect bloody carbon fibre, right? You're in the not quite carbon fibre zone, but nearly. Oh, the humanity. It's happened. It's happened. Oscar Piastri gets too ambitious that you can't do the switchback into turn 2, chap. Into turn 1, lap 1. Racing incident, eh? Oscar got tagged by Hulk and then tagged Lando by extension. It would have been clean but for the Hulkenberg glove tap. But nevertheless, like flipping Nora. I think Oscar's not made a good racing decision there. You can't do the switchback lap 1, turn 1, Oscar. It's too congested behind you. We do. Can you imagine in the race? Holy smoke. No, I think Oscar's been a bit ambitious there. No Oscar penalty. It's a racing incident, lap 1 tax. But the problem is, Oscar, you can't pull the switchback lap 1, turn 1, sir. I think that's naive from Oscar. It's not his fault. Ultimately, still a race. I don't think it's a mistake, Easy G. Hulkenberg's whacked him and then in turn he's gone into Lando. Sir John, you're a legend. Mate, Sir John, get both hands on the wheel, sir. Oscar the villain. Easy G, though. Easy G, come on, and let's get the cheeky. We need to get a poll out, don't we? Oh, the humanity. It has happened. I don't want to celebrate the downfall of McLaren, but bloody Nora, when you incessantly put your finger on the competitive landscape weighing scale, at some point the racing gods are going to turn their back on you. Can you spell the US Grand Prix? Wasn't a mistake, says Umach. I think it was a mistake. Oscar was a bit naive. Switchback is a move. Oh, Zach Brown. Neither of our drivers to blame. Did you have lunch already? No nonsense. Flipping over. That's how Carlos crashed out a few years ago. Russell profits. How is it a mistake? It's not a mistake by Oscar, but I think he's been a bit naive to pull the switchback. Look, Lando's last of the late breakers and nails him up the inside ultimately. So Oscar's only got one card to play, which is, of course, the switchback. But you can't do the switchback. The switchback is such a move that to do it on lap 1 into turn 1 when it's M25 settings behind you and concertina is a bit like... It's a bit, not noddy, but it's a bit... You're a bit green to try the switchback on lap 1 into turn 1 because in braking early and trying to get on the throttle on the exit of the turn, what do you think is going to happen behind you? Exactly what happened. To be so aggressive on the switchback was always going to be chaos for Oscar. Go on, we need to get some votes out. Techie. Oh my goodness. Are they still talking about this? Don't do the switchback, Oscar. Watch it again, Cam. Watch the replay. Watching Sedan. I think it was all, oh my gosh, Sonoda. Oh my gosh, Yuki, another collision happening behind him. Bloody Nora. How do you like yourself some F1? Light the blue touch paper. Sonoda-san was super aggressive, right? Destruction Derby. Was Oscar channeling Lance? I don't think it was Oscar. Can't blame Oscar. It's Oscar 100%. He was tunnel vision on getting Lando. No. What he did, I mean, he saw that Lando had nabbed him up the inside, right? So what he did is debris all over the track, says Lewis Hamilton. What Oscar did is say, all right, then I'm going to play a joker and I'm going to go full send on the switchback. But in order to do the switchback, you've got to be aggressive on the brakes early, right? And when you've got bloody every man and their dog trying to do the F125 thing, do you know what I mean? I don't know. Who go on, you let me know who's to blame. Oh, how do you like yourself to F1? Has nobody not said about this? How are these muggles going to red flag it? How are these muggles on Sky Sports F1? Nobody's not talking about Oscar's switchback. Oscar tried the switchback, but you don't try the switchback. His hand was forced because Lando was last of the late breakers up the inside. I get it. There was nothing doing round the outside. Two trailer park girls. I get it. Look at Lando Norris. Fuming. Let's go. Let's go. Put your best brave face on. Lando Norris, do you know what I mean? It wasn't Lando's fault though, to be fair. I should refrain. Oscar was too greedy. That incident in Singapore left its mark. Oh, the humanity. How do you like yourself some F1? Lando's fuming. After he was just on the advert, bloody smashing golf balls, eh? Oscar was too greedy. The incident in Singapore left its mark to know. Tomorrow will be interesting. Oh, let's go! No, it wasn't Lando's fault. It definitely wasn't Lando's. Well, wait, mate. Well, Cameron CC, how would the WTC go to Papaya? Come on. Says Lando looking. That was clearly Lando's fault. Go on, then. You let me know in the chat whose fault. 62% of you think it was Oscar's. Oh, we have ourselves a championship. Can you say 4, soon to be 5 time? Because I can. 1,100 of you watching concurrently, do me a favour and smash the like. We have ourselves a championship, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. If things finish as they will, Dan, a 63 point becomes a 55 point delta. What about quali? Any major? Oh yeah, even that Skullcat. I'm not even thinking properly. I'm too excited, too gassed up from the melee that is Formula One. Oh, the humanity. What is going on here? McLaren, for those of you who are just joining, McLaren have yeeted it into one another. Lando Norris went to steal Oscar Piastri's lunch money, and Oscar said, you know what, I'm going to go full send on this switchback on lap 1 into turn 1. I guess that's what's happened, says OG Zilla, when they tried to go 5 wide. I thought there would be space there. No, I'm going to characterise it once more. I've watched it a gazillion times now. Bloody Nora, 25 plus 8 for that. Oh my gosh, it's happening. Go on then. Here's the thing. I think ultimately it is a racing incident. But Oscar Piastri is ever so slightly naive, a little bit green, by thinking that to play the Joker. Oh my gosh. True Fallian objectivity, Cameron. Do you know what I mean? Let's have a look at it again here. So glad the Muppet Norris took himself out. You don't break like that into a teammate. Was it Lando though, really? I don't think it was Lando. I'm not sure Lando's folding. They're all folding. This is nothing to do with Lando, surely. This is McLaren being wet blankets. I mean, look at this now. Yeah, untangle this now, Zach Brown. Why don't you? You know what I mean? All these bloody rules of engagement and papyrus. Put some of that in your pipe and smoke it. Zach Brown, Andreas Stella. This is F1 racing. Bloody Nora. Look at Charles Leclerc ducking and diving. Martin Brundle is cursing McLaren for not learning about tyre degradation and shows concern that Max is squeezing down the gap. He's going to get I swear. This is light the blue touch paper. Inject it into my veins. About bloody time that we got some racing. This is what happens. Hulkenberg swearing over the bloody red. Nobody cares, Nico. This is chaos. 1,100 of you watching concurrently. Do me a favour. If you like the stream, then like the stream. Here, look at Oscar Piastri fuming. Trying to appear relaxed, Oscar. Stoicism. I think it's all kicked off. Look at the PR officers. We are lap 15. 5 laps under safety car. It's all done, isn't it? This is I feel to phone Peter here. Come on, George, take this opportunity, mate. This could affect them for the race qualifying 100%. Maybe they don't rebuild the cars. There's only a couple of hours remaining, guy. Look at them on the bloody pit wall, just looking at the fit. Don't even come off the pit wall, lads. Both your drivers are out, Zach and Andrea. You've got nothing doing here. Do you know what I mean? Stop doing the false seeming here. There's no race to watch for you. Just go and why don't you check back in? Go and run your little press run. Safety car ending this lap. 5 are in the books. 15 remaining. It's going to get take it, or 14 even. Do your maths, Cameron. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, says you. Leclerc gained mega 5-6 places. Bloody no. Go on then. Let me get. I can't believe what we've just seen here. Chaos. 15 laps remaining. This is lap 5. Max Verstappen has the whip hand. He's going to do his normal safety car thing, hasn't he? Caught them by surprise, George Russell here. Although George has gone with him. Look at that. No, he hasn't caught George by surprise at all. He's gone early and George is following him here, getting maximum slipstream. I'm nervous, chat. George is going to have a nibble here. Is he close enough? No, Max has dialed up now and started to gap him. He nailed the last corner, didn't he, Maxi? Because he knew that he needed to. Otherwise, George was going to be close enough to have a sniff. Carlos Sainz up into third. Go on then, you runners and riders with 14 laps left on the docket. Oh, the humanity. JP, chaos, unbelievable scenes. Unbelievable scenes. Maximilian Verstappen leads post a cheeky safety car restart on the back of a melee, a chaos between the McLaren drivers, both DNFing on lap 1, turn 1. Max Verstappen has the whip hand and goes purple, of course, 26.111 in sector 1. Shortly thereafter, George Russell in second, Sainz third, Leclerc fourth, Hamilton from Albon, Tsunoda, Behrman, Gasly and Kimi Antonelli. That rounds out your point scoring positions, if indeed it were a race proper. But of course, it's a sprint, so therefore you get 8 down to 1 for your first 8 positions. What happened to Alonso? Chaos is what happened. I think it was just an incident of a race for Fernando Alonso. Do you know what I mean? Just a casualty of WAR. Lewis is close, of course he is. So it's Leclerc. Look at Leclerc and bloody Lewis in 4th and 5th. What's going on? Oh, the humanity. 55 points. 6 races remaining. Qualifying later on. So who's going to go on then? The focus shifts instantly to qualifying later on. Can they fix the car? Can Lando recover his composure? Can OJP get back on the horse? He didn't make any mistakes. And then all of a sudden, all he's doing is making mistakes. Stop blaming Lando. He was not to blame. I would concur, sir. Zach Clown watching the screen. False seeming, isn't it? Trying to pretend like everything's okay. Nothing to see here. We've got everything under control. You've got nothing under control, Zach Brown. Where's your master plan, as Peter Windsor would say? Nowhere. You've never had a plan. You put 2 number 1 drivers in the car, and it's only a matter of when and not if this sort of stuff starts to happen. The onboards are wild, properly wild, Max. Lando got his lunch money took at the race start cam. Straight bully settings. I don't know. I've got to. Ultimately, it's a racing incident, right? Lap 1 racing incident as Max Verstappen bridges the gap. Look at that. Bloody Nora. Max Verstappen still got 64% of his battery remaining. About to break the DRS of George Russell. But again, it hasn't been activated just yet. This is important for Max Verstappen here. If he wants himself an easy race, he's got to bridge that. He's got to make sure the delta between him and George is 1.0. It was a sandwich, no one's fault. Mate, potentially AK. But I mean, this is one of those ones, right? There are no shades of grey in Formula 1 here. It will be black or white, sadly, as far as this culpability. Lando deserves to lose. Lando got screwed. Lando is evil. Saki is his finger pay. Unbelievable. Come on, George. Go on then. Your race aspect looks as follows. Max Verstappen leads down the road. We need to get a bloody race. What am I doing, chat? I'm a numpty, excuse me. Max Verstappen leads George Russell by 0.7. George Russell still within DRS, but cheeky oversteer instance coming out of the final turn. Oh, never in your life have you seen anything like this. This is unbelievable levels of chaos. Brundle talks the truth though. He says that Lando's DNF'd. Cameron, what are you talking about? That Max Verstappen's car is wanting for rear grip a little bit. 0.7 is the delta still between Max and George. 0.696. Come on, go away, King George Russell. You've got your contract now. Relax yourself. Neutrals lead these 8 points. 63 points is the delta for Max. Oh my gosh, Charles Leclerc noted for a safety car infringement. Oh, the humanity. Because he knew you'd have Sir Lewis Carl Davidson. George is holding it, well, a bit too well for my liking. And for millions and millions of Max Verstappen. In fact, imagine that George and Max come together. Oh my gosh. I've been praying for days like this, says me and you both. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, George dives at the inside. Bloody no, George, no! George, what is going on? Leave it alone, George. The gap between first and second is now 0.4. Please, Max. It's 8 or 7, mate. Don't DNF here, please. Oh, me heart. I can't cope. I know George was a little bit ambitious there, but still, I've missed it. The first time I saw that it was on is the both of them bloody off the track. DRS is helping George now. Look at this, the DRS and bloody Daddy Chili. Oh my gosh, I cannot. That's just too much, Joe. I can't. 0.6 is the delta between your top step in Max. Max says, mate. Max says, mate, what is... Max says, mate, what is that? Crash Max George would be a... Oh, my gosh, EC. If George reels in Max Houston, we have a problem. EC, oh, my gosh, Max didn't know. Max didn't see him, did he? George took Max by surprise there. Oh, my gosh, dive bomb extraordinaire, but he did go off. Yeah, George kind of just went off the track, mate. No, you can't do that. Come on. Love to see that from George. Auditioning in front of Toto. OG Zilla says he is, isn't he? Oh my gosh, 2 Ferraris. Lewis on let's go! So Lewis, I do not hate that at all. Go on, Lewis, hang him out to dry. Oh no, now Charles goes up the inside. Charles is fuming, isn't he? Lewis Hamilton, not a bad peddler around Cota though. If you didn't know, 1.2 seconds is the delta between first and second. Max Verstappen, forgive me for not getting too enthusiastic about Sir Lewis Hamilton's move. I have eyes only for top step of the podium here. There's stakes. 9 laps are in the books. There are 11 laps remaining. Therefore, 1.5 seconds is the delta between Max Verstappen and George Russell. Shortly thereafter, Carlos Sainz is having a lovely time, isn't he? Behave yourself, Brundle. It's a good attempt, mate, but you got to keep it on the track, surely. You can't go off. Look, there is a sleight of hand. There's an article about this recently. The way that Max Verstappen drives, if he's going to do an ambitious dive bomb, he leaves the judges, the stewards and the race director with a decision to make. What George Russell did there, in my humble opinion, valiant attempt, George, but you lacked for the automotive pugilistic sleight of hand. There is no decision to make by the stewards. You did not keep it on track. But he's got to take him by surprise. George will look and just say, you know what? If I don't do it now or never. Max is faster than George. George, good to see George. Yeah, DRS, man. See you, Prince George. It's gone now, isn't it? Can't wait for Apple TV. Cameron CC, the gap is 1.6. Why are we even worried, sir? You can't pass Max by doing a Max. I did it. It caught me by surprise too much, as well as Max Verstappen. I didn't see it coming. All of a sudden, George was right there, and then I was like, well, chaos. I can't listen to the broadcast. They are SH1T hypocrites. No girlfriend shots to them, and there's too much chaos. Oh my gosh, chat. What is going on between now and qualifying? Can you imagine? Oscar's crumbling. Lawson P10. Go on then, you runners and riders. You'll forgive me for getting my head is lost. Runners and riders. Max Verstappen has the whip hand from George Russell. 1.5 seconds in the delta. Max Verstappen over the radio. The ride is completely fudged. Oh, the rear. Oh my gosh. Max, keep it on the black stuff, please. Please, he's losing the rears. It's mediums, though he should be all right. 1.7 seconds in the delta. Max has this in hand. He has the whip hand, therefore. Max leads from George. Carlos Sainz in third. Benefactor of chaos on lap 1, turn 1 between McLaren drivers. Lewis Hamilton goes quickest on a 137.0, quickest for him. Charles Leclerc behind him in 5th. Alex Albon in 6th. Tsunoda San in 7th. Behrman from Antonelli and Liam Lawson. Remember, this is a sprint race, so you only get 8. You get 8 points only for... Imagine if this was 25, chat. Oh, the humanity. We need ourselves some F1. How do you like yourselves some F1, chat? Oh, the humanity. I'm here for it. Let's go. Let us go. Oh, the humanity. I mean, what are we going to do here, chat? What are we going to do? 9 laps remaining. 11 laps in the books. OGZ, you're an absolute legend. For 4K feed from Apple. I appreciate you, sir. Ad infinitum ad nauseum. Listen, up to P8. Who is Behrman? Not doing too badly here. What's going on? Bortoletto as well. Benefactor of all the chaos. I just don't even... No, OGZ, love. I must put some more respect on your name, good sir. Bloody Nora Liam, look. What's going on here? Oh, Charles Leclerc made him... Charles Leclerc... A mistake of the unforced variety. That's not like you, Sean. That's not like you at all to make a cheeky mistake. Do you know what I mean? You're perfect all the time. I know the car's difficult, but that's a really bad mistake yet again from Charles Leclerc. And he gets punished for it by his teammate, Sir Lewis, who makes less of those, what 720p settings to not hear the British bias. Were they all blaming Oscar? You know, this is going to be a conversation. It feels a lot like 1989 Suzuka, this. But that was probably more clear cut. I just think if we're talking about it, 56% of you say Oscar was to blame. If you're talking about it and you need to lay culpability at somebody's door, then I think Oscar was a bit grit. Ultimately, modern day journalism again, Kira. Again, it will stick, and the race you are, feel free to borrow it. But post the royalties, please. Charles gonna Charlet. But as far as the mistake, the incident on lap one, I feel like Oscar was a little bit. I feel like Oscar was a bit green. Dr. Fistus 94, I appreciate you. So far too kind as always. I think Oscar needs to be a bit more seasoned to try and put a switchback into turn one and lap one. Necessitates that you've got to be super early on the brakes. Every man and their dog behind you are trying to be a race winner on lap one into turn one, as does happen. So if you're trying to do a switchback, then it's always going to be Concertina behind you. Chaos, therefore, that was always going to happen. But again, he had no other. What was he going to do? Lando had stolen his lunch money. For once, Lando got the bloody race start. Look at that. We always say that Lando goes backwards. I was saying that Lando was going backwards, and he's nailed it. Do you know what I mean? Looking to steal the lunch money of Oscar into turn one and lap one. 7 laps remaining. You have yourselves 13 in the books. Chaos, chat. Absolute unbridled chaos here from DR. Thank you, Racing God. Thank you. Oh, can we breathe? Insanity. I've got to get on to Mr. Windsor here. Gone down the road. He's max 2.4 seconds now. I think you guys are right that George saw himself. He had one shot, didn't he? George Russell pushing hard. Now has 2 strikes. Black and white's incoming, George, if you do that again, chap. Not against your teammate. But he didn't. Oscar wasn't responsible for the... If Hulkenberg doesn't touch Oscar, Oscar doesn't touch Lando. He's a passenger, right? But the problem is you've got to know as an F1 driver, if you're trying to pull a switch back, the move where you go early on the brakes and then get early on the throttle out of the apex. If that's the move that you're trying to pull, you don't pull that move turn one, lap one, in my humble opinion. 55 point. Don't say it too soon, Vanity. Don't say it too soon. Don't jinx it. Look at these muggles on the McLaren pit wall. Yeah, you guys look at your notes and try and understand from your little managerial handbook what's doing. That's good. Racing gods do not care about your papaya rules. They don't care. They do not give a fudge. Do you know what I mean? Look at them all consult. Yeah, you lot consult your notes, lads. Do you know what I mean? Go for your little critical path analysis and like understand, well, he did this and so. Lando says, I got hit. What else was I going to do? Not a lot I could have done. He's not. Oscar. Oscar's going to say, I got hit. What was I going to do? Yeah, but how are you going to do the switch back into turn one, Oscar? Oh my gosh. How insane. Go on, Kimmy. Kimmy on Ollie Behrman, but Ollie Behrman goes defensive. Round the outside turn 7. Go on then, Kimmy. 2 rookies fighting. Relaxing seats at McLaren. I don't know what they're doing. Go and bloody fight some fires. Why are you even on the pit wall? Supermax creeping. 2.4 seconds down the road. Although George is doing well, hanging onto the coattails of Max Verstappen. He's hoping that those rears of that RB21 don't fall off. Antonelli tries to do like his big brother George did. Cheeky dive bomb into turn 1. Catch the defender by surprise, but nothing doing. Worst regs in history. F2 races in F1 cars. Even Oscar fans agree that was audacious. Easy G, I don't think you can blame Lando for anything there. But equally, as far as Oscar, can you do, this is a different, I'm going to be more precise with my poll here because I'm messing around. 1,600 of you in the chat can currently do me a favour and smash the like. 57% of you say that Oscar Piastri is to blame. It's techie that. He's driver A. He's driver A. Sir John, you're a legend, mate. But keep your hands on the wheel, sir, please. We need you, Sir John, and your missus, of course. EC, you're a legend. Last 4 races, Sir Lewis has been reeling in Charles. As I told you, resistance is futile, Cam. He's been converging, to be fair to Lewis. Now that he has been electronic cornbread, I take your point, sir. I take your point. Unbelievable. That is insane, chat. What are we doing? What are we doing, eh? Oh, Antonelli and Behrman, of course. Rookie settings. Oh no, Lance Stroll, look at that. Mr. 2024 retirement. Not good. No bueno. 1,000 of you watching can currently do me a favour and smash the like. Safety car. Can you do the switchback? Turn 1. Go on, you guys tell me. The question, the pick to click. Can you try the switchback? Lap 1, turn 1. It's a switchback. Oh my gosh. Stroll, come on. Oh my gosh, lads. You're dangerous, sir. You're dangerous, sir. It's not good enough. Day late and $1 short. Indeed. It is your World Expression, Mr. Martin Brundle. Insane, chat. Insane. Lance forgot his meds. Don't. You guys aren't very nice to... Insanity, chat. I don't even know what to say. Lunchtime cancelled everywhere. David Croft, get your... be precise with your language, sir. Be very precise with your language, good sir. Oh, shoot. Lunch is cancelled everywhere, chap. That's where lunch is cancelled. Insane, chat. I don't even know what to say. I'm rattled. So John, you're a legend. Who said we don't like sprints? McDonald's settings. I am loving it. Let me know. Can you do a switchback? Turn 1, lap 1. Can you? Oh my gosh. 1,200 of you in the chat can currently do me a favour. If you like the stream, then like the stream. I'm all over the place. I don't know what to. I'm trying to get nothing. No, look at Brundle. Do you hear Brundle using the sarcasm? This Max fella will go well, won't he? Martin expounds upon the sentiment and says, well, nobody likes these sprints. We'd rather have free practice. Well, not today. Not today. It's like we said yesterday, isn't it? That it depends on the track around which you are racing. COTA lends itself really well to this type of thing, doesn't it? It does lend itself really well. Stewart's looking at Ali Behrman, but nothing else doing. I wonder if they'll punish one of we've got to punish Hulkenberg. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's just this is what excitement for. I've forgotten, Max. It's been a long while since we had this level of excitement and intrigue from Formula One, but it was only a matter of time. On a long enough timeline, the survival rate, if you appoint two number one drivers, is always going to be zero. Always going to be zero. Chaos ensues between the two McLaren drivers, and I'm here for it. I feel like we've earned this, chat. I feel like for the longest time, the season has been, oh my gosh, Max Verstappen on restart, and it's George Russell again, isn't he? George, relax yourself, chap, please. There's 2 laps remaining. Just relax, George. George didn't get a penalty because they gate there, as you were right. When Max wins the World Drivers' Championship, we must all let McLaren know how bad this generational F-up is. Ruth, I appreciate you becoming the latest and greatest member. Get yourself over, of course, to the community tab and get yourself in the Discord, within which space we continue the F1 modes of discourse. It was Alonso's fault. Go back and watch it. You will see. I saw somebody hit Oscar. I thought it was Hulkenberg. I just presumed it was a green car, so I presumed, well, black and green. Presumed it was Hulk. Oh my goodness. Okay, how do you like yourself some F1, eh? 1400 of you watching Kokoni, do me a favour and smash the like. What a joke, says Easy G. Lando's the victim in this, isn't he? I mean, what did Lando do? Apart from, for once, get a brilliant start. Super aggressive up the inside. Steal OJP's lunch money. What did Lando do wrong? As much as I love to dig on Lando a little bit from time to time, I don't think he did anything wrong here. He did everything right for the first time in his life. Do you know what I mean? Lest we forget the context is this. Lando doesn't like to go well at the start. He normally loses himself 1,000 places if past his prologue. I would rather have this level of excitement. But without all the casualties, I don't really like the demolition. I agree with you, OG Zilly. You've said it there. I don't want crashes. But sometimes, if you are a McLaren team and you keep putting your finger on the competitive weighing scales, if you keep interjecting, at some point the racing gods are going to turn their back on you, and it's in your own hands shortly thereafter. Behrman says, is there any investigation for what happened with me and Antonelli? McLaren seizing defeat from the Moors, no jaws, a victory. Boy, you don't go for a switchback into turn 1 when there are 8 cars on your inside. 1,000,000,000% ECD. Come look at your community growing record numbers, mate. I appreciate you. We're getting there, Ray. We're getting there. Just got to roll up my sleeves and continue to have you guys hold my feet to the very bright and hot F1 flame. This sprint game is over, says Outlaw. Oh, what are we doing? You like the stream, do me a favour and like the stream. Oh, the humanity. What did we just see? Go on then, it's 8 points. What a shame it's not 25, eh? 33 points behind Lando. 55 behind Oscar. I mean, what are you going to do, McLaren? Your move, chaps. What are you going to do, McLaren? What, you're going to play egalitarianism? Not going to play favourites? Well, you keep going and let's see what Max does with that. Do you know what I mean? You keep playing final lap 19. You keep playing with your food, McLaren, and see what Max Verstappen does. We're gonna end under safety car, aren't we? Insanity, chat. Insanity. Oh, the humanity. Tomorrow's going to be a classic. I don't know what to say. The sprint race is in the books. Chaos ensues. Formula One is back. Now I know I shouldn't be cheering. There's been an accident, and it was the carbon fiber zone, and I know. But how can I not, as a purist, as a neutral, get excited, a little bit excited, for circumstances and uncertainty in the weird and wacky world that we call F1? Can we black flag and ban Stroll for the sport? I know. Well, he wants out, doesn't he? But Lawrence Stroll forbids him. Max Verstappen, 8 points in the bag, easy money. Finish under safety car. Let's go, Max. The best sprint ever. Anticlimactic, but that first part was enough for me. It was, in the end, it's chaos. Sometimes it's got to be circumstance. It can't just be same every time, can it? Max Verstappen wins it. Oh, the humanity. Go on then. Your runners and riders look something like this. Do me a favour, if you like the stream, then like the stream. Bloody Nova. There's been safety car 2 of the altar, of course, of Antonelli and Behrman. In the first instance, Lando and Oscar, the championship leaders. The gap now was 63 points between Max and Oscar, and now is 55. It's still implausible, but we said it before, right? Sometimes the jigsaw puzzle pieces just come together. Mention no names. The America's Cup 2013. It would be one of the biggest come. But look at that. GP's just like, well done. Got a bit of work to do, but well done. Oh, the humanity. Go on then. Your sprint race finishes round 19, the US Grand Prix, as follows. Max Verstappen from George Russell, from Carlos Sainz Jr., Lewis Hamilton in 4th, from Charles Leclerc, Albon, Tsunoda-san and Kimi Antonelli, your point scorers. Remember, it only goes down to 8s. There are no proper podiums to get medals. No, they need to jump back. I mean, it's qualifying in a couple of hours, eh? Chat. Do you know what I mean? And I need to go and do a bloody reaction video. Oh, the humanity. Best sprint ever. George knew that was the only chance. He said, fair play to him. He tried it. But you didn't keep it on the black stuff, did you? I'm cheering, says Sir John. Game on. Chat, right, I'll be back in a couple of minutes for a cheeky reaction video. I have to. I wouldn't ordinarily since it's a sprint race, but you've got to after that, haven't you? And then back in a couple of hours, 30 minutes before qualifying. It is going to get techier. Sorry, excuse me. Be precise with your language, young Padawan. It just got techier than techie things. McLaren Gonzo yeets. Oscar Piastri gets yeeted into his back, trying to pull a cheeky switch back into turn 1 and lap 1, and in turn yeets it into his old mate, the one that they call Lando Norris. But Lando can't hold any culpability call, not in this instance, because he did everything right. For once, he sees victory, as far as the start from the jaws of defeat. But again, the racing gods turned their back on him and McLaren, didn't they? Back in a couple of minutes with the reaction video, back in a couple of hours, 30 minutes before qualifying. Lights out. How do you like yourselves? Some F1. Insane. Unbelievable. What are we